The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Retired neurosurgeon Dr. Ben Carson says the whole healthcare system has been turned upside down. Dr. Carson joins. Nice to see you, sir.
Glad to be back. Thank you, Greta.
Well, I'll tell you, things certainly have changed the last 24 hours. Now, Democrats supporting some sort of change, an extension to the enrollment are Shaheen, Pryor, Begich, Landrieu, Nelson, Manchin. The list keeps going on. Those are all those Democrats. Meanwhile, the White House releases a video today with real people singing praise to the website, and insurance executives are at the White House trying to sort this out. Your thoughts?
Well, you know, I'm glad that some of the Democrats are actually starting to realize that this is a problem. And, you know, if people could just swallow their pride, and let's not make it about Democrats or Republicans, let's make it about the people. How do we get good health care coverage for the people and not expand the budget deficit? And, you know, what I've done is put on the table some proposals for ways that it can be done. I hope other people will start doing that. You know, this is not a monarchy that we live in. And if we use the collective resources, the intelligence that we have, I think we can solve this problem. But, you know, when big egos get in the way, it's very difficult to do anything in a logical fashion.
Well, you have proposed, or you've made, at least you wrote something saying that, you know, healthcare, we need a patient, we need a healthcare provider, and a mechanism to pay. And then all of a sudden on the side, what we've gotten sort of injected into this is the insurance industry and politicians.
And they've become the primary entity, the government and the insurance companies, instead of the patient and the healthcare provider. They now dictate everything, and the patient and the healthcare provider are at its beck and call. This is not the way it was supposed to be, and we need to be aiming at a situation where we return healthcare to the patient and to the healthcare provider. That's why I'm so sold on the idea of health savings accounts, because 80% of encounters can be taken care of by that health savings account. You still have to have bridge insurance or catastrophic insurance. You pay for that with part of the proceeds. And I just lost audio.
All right. Let me ask, do you have, can you hear me, sir?
Okay, now it's back.
Okay. I mean, do you know any doctors who think Obamacare is a great idea?
I have yet to find one. I have a lot of people who are telling me that they're hanging on. And, you know, if you just look at the impact that this has on doctors, first of all, they have to cross every T, dot every I, and it has to be dotted and crossed in the way that some bureaucrat thinks it needs to be done. And it really does distract from the doctor-patient relationship. Most people are spending all of their time documenting things rather than looking at the patient. You know, you get a lot of information from body language and eye contact. A lot of that is going out of the window. That's just one of the minor side effects from having a system that really is not about patients and doctors. It's about the government. It's about other people insinuating themselves into the most important thing that people have, which is their health and their lives. And we all should just step back, take a deep breath, and say, is there a better way to do this rather than turning all of this over to the government? The government may mean well, but historically, they have just not done the greatest job with things that are much less important than our health care.
Dr. Carson, always nice to see you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.